Please do.
E3 Media.
The media.
Welcome to another episode of Talking to the Media. It's your home for entertainment, news, and reviews by fans for fans. Remember to like, subscribe, share your thoughts during the show while we monitor comments because we want to hear them. I'm Daniel Dyer, and joining me is Chris Whedon.
Well, prepare yourself, guys. Welcome to another episode of Talking Through the Medias. Officially, I'm calling Review News. I don't care if the title sucks. I like it, and that's what it is. So, welcome to another episode, guys. Always stay prepared at all times, as I always say. And, thank you for joining us.
And also joining us is Sarah Catherine the Red.
Hey everybody, thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
You guys got to understand, we threw Daniel under the bus. We were like, me and Sarah, we came to a decision today, and we decided that you
Me.
are going to do the opening. And Daniel was like, oh, expletive. And
But I did it.
But he did it. That was it. We'll
Now you're about to rewatch this.
we're gonna rewatch it and no, it's gonna be fine. It was great. It's like you gotta get it out. The best way to get to go through a wall, you gotta go right at it. You just gotta go right at it.
Break that fourth wall.
But guys, we're gonna go over a couple of topics from the week that we want to talk about. Some of the things that you guys have been discussing online. A lot of big news that's been happening. So some things with a couple of directors, a few actors, a couple of companies here and there. A little drama, some good news, some not so good news, something entertaining, something that we're gonna just get over. But we're gonna start the day off with our spotlight. I know we normally do this on Wednesdays, but I am going to transition eventually. I keep saying it every week. It's gonna be Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So I apologize for not keeping up. It's just been one of those. It's been a week. I'll explain it later. But let's get into the spotlights, guys. The first thing we're gonna spotlight. Sarah, do you mind just running through our spotlights real quick? The future is now. So basically, they're making a rec center in space. I heard there was going to be a massage parlor and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, nacho. Yeah.
But this is the movie they're filming all in space, right?
Well, I don't know. I think that whenever it requires it. I think Tom Cruise is the first is producing a movie where it's going to be beneficial, and then moving forward when it's required. I think if I understood correctly, that's what they're getting ahead of. Either way, or NASA is like, you know what, we're bored up here. Help us out. I don't know. It said. So Sarah's been talking this whole time. You guys could not hear her. This whole time. Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
Let's see if we can fix that.
Okay.
All right, now say something, Sarah.
Hello.
There, it should be. Yeah, I see it now. It couldn't hear you for a second. Well, I mean, no. I mean, the first thing we were talking about, we had a spotlight. We talked about the space station. I'm pretty sure they couldn't hear.
Nobody's gonna buy me a ticket because they couldn't hear me.
They couldn't hear you ask for a ticket. We talked about the space station, so they didn't hear you introduce the space station, and they didn't hear the rating when you said. So when the show first released, Boba Fett, the audience score when Rotten Tomato was sitting at 84% and only 61.
Now down to 64.
And now it's down to 64%. So yeah, the scores have gone down, the ratings have gone down. And Sarah, you were just saying that you saw the episode, and what were you saying?
I've seen all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching them kind of religiously because I'm hoping that something magical happens. But like with a lot of the newer Star Wars things that have come out, it's incomparable to the originals. And with The Mandalorian was amazing. I was very happy with that. Absolutely love the show. Boba Fett has not so far lived up to the bar that The Mandalorian has set as far as these Star Wars series. So I'm kind of sad about it because Boba Fett's an amazing character. Super hyped. There's a lot of lore around it. So now they're putting concrete things down, and it makes me sad that it's just not what I wanted it to
Living
be.
up to the
I'm
potential.
hopeful it's going to get better. This last episode was better than the previous ones, but who knows where it's going to go. What do you think, Daniel? I know you got thoughts.
What you got?
Yeah.
Have you seen for one?
Yes,
Did you see episode 4?
I've seen episode 4 also.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, like I think because we had how he was introduced in that episode of Mandalorian, like everybody wanted that, like in these first 4 episodes. They're expecting him to just like come in, just blow stuff up, dominate people. But I feel like they're just kind of giving him kind of like character development in a way. And so it showed you his past, what he went through with getting out of the Sarlacc pit and all that. So I feel like people are just wanting that all the time. But I feel like there's always story to tell. And so it can't always be just blowing up stuff and doing this and doing that. And I feel like, but the last 3 episodes, I feel like we're going to get a lot of that. Because how they ended episode 4. And
I don't know. Episode 4, I liked it. It was better than the other ones. But
yeah. I mean, I totally agree.
It twice. I watched it twice because I'm like, when I first turned it on, I couldn't tell that it was back in time until he ran into, I can't remember what the character's name is. She's the assassin.
Fennec. Yeah, Fennec. I've always been able to like determine like which is which. It just, I feel like it's like a different feel to it from when he's in present time to when he's thinking about, which is every time, basically we found out why he was in the Bacta tank all this time, because he was healing from
Because he was dirty.
Well, because he was healing from his injuries. He was, but at the end of the episode, like, oh, you're fully healed now. So basically the Bacta tank was healing him.
Right.
And,
but we knew that because he was in the Starlight. He was inside
the... But it's just they never really like talked about people. Oh, why all the time? People ask like, why spend so much time in the Bacta tank? It's like him all this time.
It's a dirty job being a mob boss.
I mean, the first episode we see him breaking out of there.
Yeah. So. I mean, yeah. That's why I liked how it started. But I feel like the last 3 episodes are to be like them going to battle with the Pipe Syndicate now. Okay. And because I thought they were talking about recruiting people to help fight them off because they're wanting to take control of the planet, and everybody said we need our freedom to live here on Tatooine, and so I feel like we're gonna get more vibes from how he appeared in Mandalorian.
Well, I have no opinion about it really because I have not watched the episode yet, so I started to watch it. And then I was like, I was literally like 5 minutes in, and I felt like I was missing out on some work, and I never put work ahead of Star Wars. So I started. So it's like I guess my fingers on the pulse of society. I was like, I guess that's where the fandom is, I guess, or where we kind of are with this show right now, because it's like it's in a way it's kind of killing that the thing that made Boba Fett such a cool character was the mystery behind him. And I'm not saying that like taking away that mystery is a bad thing, but the way this series is doing it is kind of killing the legend in a way. But but I think there's still room for improvement. So we'll see what happens and I'll see what happens in episode 4 since I haven't checked it yet. And then we'll see. Hopefully the series ends stronger. But let us know what you guys think about that. I think we got one more on the spotlight.
Yeah, we have one more. So this one is super fun. It's like one of those little Easter eggs that I love to find in shows. So in the Internals movie, and I'm sorry to say it, if you suffered through that thing, the Internals movie, there's a fan that caught a Falcon and Winter Soldier Easter egg hidden in the movie. So Marvel Fans United at Marvel's Fans Uni tweeted that we first saw the Global Reparations Council, the GRC, in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. We also get a glimpse of it in the Eternals opening scene in the London Piccadilly Circus. So I'm actually looking at the tweet right now. So when they show the Piccadilly Circus, they show the artifacts. So that knife that you saw in the beginning of the movie, they turned gold and they endowed it with all sorts of powers. Right above that, it goes, "Welcome back, we can help," and then it's got that GRC logo and all that stuff on there. So it was pretty cool to see that, and I love seeing those things where they're just those little details where they're tying everything together and they're letting you know you know, the different time periods, and it helps you figure out where these different movies, when they come up, where they are
in the timeline, right?
When things happen,
right?
And you know, it's just interesting to see, and it just kind of reaffirms their overall direction, their overarching direction with all of this.
All I know is that somebody at Marvel Fans United, you got a lot of time in your hand, or you're watching you got the biggest TV in the world, or you're watching those movies in like 50% speed or something, because that's a good catch.
I'm going to look for this now.
Now, yeah, exactly. Now I got to look for it. And how dare you? That the Eternals is an art. You just don't understand the art.
Sarah, what do you mean by suffering through it?
Okay, so the only good thing about the Eternals was the second end scene
I thought you were going to
credits,
say the sex scene.
where second end scene as second scene at
Right.
the very end of the credits, the extra scene where you hear this voice
Mhm.
talking to the guy from Game of Thrones, whose
Oh,
character
you mean when Blade comes out?
So,
I mean, I knew that was.
when Blade starts speaking in the background.
This is what Sarah just
When
said.
Blade starts speaking,
This
that's
is
it.
The guy
this
from
is
Game of
exactly what
Thrones.
Sarah just said. The best part of the movie was when it ended. That's what she just technically just said.
Just fast
Which is-
forward
it's
to the whole
totally
thing
not.
to get to the second end credit scene, so you can hear Blade talking, because Blade's coming back, baby.
Well, we already known that since 2019 at San Diego Comic-Con.
But here he is.
Daniel's
Got a
like,
voice.
how dare you?
How dare
Got
you?
a
Yes,
voice now.
but like
Got a
that
voice,
credit
so
scene
there's
was
a-
awesome because I knew Marsha Hawley's voice from the start. So like in the theater, I yelled, "Oh my God, that's Blade!"
I thought that was
Like-
who was the Chiwetel Ejiofor? I thought that was him at first. From Doctor Strange, the villain, the black guy.
Mordo.
Mordo. Yeah, I thought that
No,
was
but
him.
like I could tell that was Marsha Hawley's voice.
I'm
So when I heard, it, I
saying,
was like, "Oh my God, is that Blade?" Basically, that's how it went. But
if
man.
the vampires come back to the MCU, are the mutants coming back to the MCU? I mean, come
yes,
on.
they are. I feel
When?
like because
I want 'em
Moon
now.
Knight
Bring
fights
'em in.
vampires, I believe.
Bring him
so
in.
You said
I'm
Moon
ready.
Knight fights
I'm
him?
pretty sure he's fought vampires in the comic books.
Yeah, he has.
Marvel, yes. But hey, man, I thought there was plenty of awesome scenes in Eternals.
No,
I
yeah.
like this. There was story, and then man, the
It's
fight.
it's an acquired taste. I mean, my
No.
kids. I tried to show it to my
Should we nitpick
kids.
the Eternals right now? Should we nitpick them right now? Because the Eternals in the comic books, this story, of this movie, and who they've made these characters to be are nothing as they were originally written.
No.
The Eternals
of
themselves.
course.
are
Oh yeah,
not
it's a film
robots,
adaptation, of course.
but they made them robots, and Celestials
It-
aren't born from the insides of planets.
That doesn't mean that they're
That's
not
not-
robots.
It was.
I mean,
a
just
twist.
I mean,
No,
just
in
because
the
just
original
because it's
comics, they were not robots. They did not die because the planets died. None of the planets died when Celestials are born, because that's not how Celestials are made.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
did-
none of that
did
stuff's
the-
true.
did the
Those
film-
are all
did the-
major things that happened in this
Did-
movie.
Well, okay,
oh,
but
did the film adaptation take liberties to make the story better?
No,
or-
there's difference between taking liberties and then completely taking a race of alien people and making them into robots that are erased and garbaged as a celestial is born out of planets when celestials aren't even born out of planets.
Man, Sarah
Well,
really,
then-
Sarah out there fighting for the Celestials.
They
Woo!
just wanted those a curveball.
Curveball, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, like I thought it was
It's
cool
not
how
a
they did it.
curveball.
Like
It's a complete rewrite of characters. They could have named him anything else in the world
But Celestials,
and
yeah.
made this story.
But
instead
we
they decided to take
find
the
out
Eternals and the
that
Celestials.
not all Eternals are sideboards or robots. We find it out at the very.
Just because Harry Styles shows up in a skin-tight leotard doesn't mean that he's.
This is
also
about
an
to turn into
Eternal.
a conversation
if
about
they're-
Harry Styles' figure, isn't it?
No,
We
I'm
have
not talking
now
about that.
steered
Because
toward.
I'm
he
just saying,
can't
not all
be-
Eternals,
if
as we
Thanos
find out in the
was an
first
Eternal-
credit scene, not all
No,
Eternals
Thanos
were.
is an Eternal as well.
But he
Did you know
wasn't.
that?
Ego, are you talking about Ego the plant? Ego?
Yes.
No, Thanos.
Thanos is
an
well,
Eternal.
part.
He has a deviant gene, but we don't know if
He's an Eternal that was mutated in with
Yes.
the deviant.
There's that word, mutant. There's
The
that word
deviant.
again.
Yes, but
Mutant
what I'm
mutants,
saying,
baby.
That
Woo!
made
we
him
found
look
out that
that
not
way.
all Eternals are cyborgs, as Harry Styles
But
is not one.
But no, but see, how can that be possible if the Celestials made Eternals as robots, which they've explained in this movie?
Because it's in the script.
But not all
no,
Eternals, not all Eternals are those
But you
cyborgs.
can't be an Eternal and be a race and a species but also be robots, because how could they all be the same thing? They're not, because one is a freaking robot.
So now we're getting into the conversation of, can a robot who is self-aware have a soul? I say yes. These robots have souls because they're like Johnny Five. They're alive. That's what I feel. But all right,
they're either androids or they're a species. So it's one or the other.
They are a species.
I feel like
it can't be an android and a
there are sentient beings with souls. They love, they feel, they
no, you can't, like, no. If I built a robot that looked just like me, it wouldn't be a human.
What? They wouldn't be human, but the Eternals aren't human. All right, we're getting too psychedelic in this.
They can't be
Eternals is awesome.
And androids.
Don't hate.
They can't be two different things and be called the same thing.
Hey, it's a movie. You just need to enjoy the movie.
I see both sides. I see the argument. I see what you're saying, Sarah. I get it. All right, but yeah, that's a thinker. I'm gonna sit on that one, but I gotta call it because there's a top. We gotta call it
and biological.
I wanted to move on to the. I know what you. I get. I know what you mean, but I wanted to move on to the Code Red situation because there was I got my topics moving around so fast. There was a topic that quickly came up that I want. This has been going on for a while, but I wanted to get your opinion about this so bad, Sarah, because this was so funny. The whole situation where, real quick, guys. So I don't know if you've heard it on the news where the rapper Drake had a little, good time with the little Instagram model, doing the horizontal polka or whatever it's called there. And after they were done, he disposed of the protection and put hot sauce in a condom to guess it's a spermicide. All right. And then she decides to go into the bathroom, retrieve said condom, and attempt to impregnate herself, and got a little hot sauce surprise. Daniel, what do you think about this? He's trying to process it.
Golly. Trying to trap him. Trying to trap Drake. That's crazy.
And now, and he admitted that he did it. Yeah. And now he's suing. No, she is suing him.
But that's just messed up. Like, why would you try to you're unknowingly trying to have his kid, and
all fair in love and war.
But that's just like, I don't see why she's suing. Like, that's kind of like you're out there doing something behind his back, and you're the one wanting to sue because he did this to prevent a pregnancy.
What is it? What is the grounds of her case?
That the hot sauce caused damages, I guess.
But if he didn't knowingly dose his giblets, dose his possible children, babies,
right?
With the hot sauce, and then ask her to do something like that with it, then he's not liable for anything.
Right? He didn't ask her to do it,
and he didn't do it himself. Yeah. He was trying to prevent it. And she's trying to go behind his back.
But my whole thing is, if he's so worried about it, why didn't he just flush it?
Well, that's what everybody's saying. Everybody's trying to put it on him, saying you should have flushed it, you should have did this, you should have did that. How about she shouldn't have gone into the bathroom and tried to impregnate herself?
She's in the wrong.
That's disgusting in itself.
Yeah.
And honestly, that has happened. There has been
so many times
lawsuits and cases where people, like maids, would go in and take condoms, use condoms and impregnate themselves, and end up being on doing the
I was wondering why I saw a TikTok video about this recently.
So that has happened. That's a legitimate worry I imagine for a lot of these people that are of this economic level. But I guess for my thought is, you could have just flushed it or rinsed it down the sink. But to go to the steps of going to get hot sauce or having hot sauce already in the bathroom premeditated to put it in there instead of he could have just rinsed it out in the sink. He could have flushed the whole thing. I'm just saying that maybe he thought that she was going to do that and wanted to teach her a lesson.
Oh yeah. We know that he's not going to. We know that he's not going to look at the judge and say, I thought she was going to try to impregnate herself. That's why I used that. He's not stupid enough to say that out loud, but we know that's why he did it.
Have you talked to guys lately? Because sometimes.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I'll give you that. He might say it.
So,
He might.
I mean, because to me, that seems like an intentional act. Like he knew that she was going to pull some sneaky stuff,
Right.
and then he decided to teach her a lesson. I can get that.
But here's the
Because
question.
that
But here's the
some
question:
shady
Is
shit.
it illegal for a man to put hot sauce in his own condom?
It is not, but it would be intentional malice if he knew beforehand that she had plans to do something with that full condom, and then he put hot sauce in there to intentionally teach her a lesson. That is where that would go. That would be a grounds for a case right there.
So you believe that she does deserve something from this lawsuit?
No, that's not at all
She was
what
being
I said.
stupid.
So you're basically saying she
No.
deserves to be heard, but at the end of the day,
No,
you'd be like,
not even a little bit.
oh,
But if he knew that she was gonna do something with, but also it looks red. What color was the hot sauce?
I guess the major question is, what color is his giblets?
And yet she sees the red,
wouldn't be
but
like,
still
"There's
decides to do
blood in
this.
this. Maybe I
That's
shouldn't do
a
this."
but like that.
So it's like
That's a good point.
Most
Say that
hot
again.
sauce is
So
red
she
or
sees that
green.
there's red.
I've never seen like white hot sauce.
No, I'm
Right,
saying,
yeah,
but
that's a good point.
She sees that there's red in this,
Condom.
condom, and yet
And
she's
it
still
smells like
I'm
cayenne.
still gonna try to do this.
Ooh, this is a spicy smelling sperm.
It was like, and you're still gonna decide to do this, even though you see that there's red in it.
He's so hot, his sperm is spicy. That's what it is.
Hey, now we
You hear it?
But
You heard it here
she
first,
knew what
guys.
she was doing
Great.
too.
She
Got
knew what
some
she-
She knew what she was doing. She
spicy
sees that, he put hot sauce in here. Let me do this, and did a claim against him that he tried to do this to me intentionally.
Like, what? I could just see him sitting in front of the judge trying to look all innocent. I put hot sauce in my condoms all the time because it's environmentally safe, Your Honor.
The whole thing is strange.
It's
The entire spectrum of this is strange.
You know what else is strange?
Because
Going into some trash looking for looking for babies.
It's like, I want to get pregnant this way. Oh, but there's
You have to
there's
think
hot
men-
sauce in here.
You gonna
I'm
call
still
it
gonna
that-
try it.
Oh my god! Like,
I'm
could you
still
imagine?
gonna
this
try it when there's
happens.
hot sauce. I can see there's hot sauce in
And
this.
what do you tell that kid when he or she asks where did I come from? What do you say? What do
I
you
don't know.
say?
I guess you can talk to Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, although that was a legitimate conception.
Trash
Yeah,
baby.
that- was-
I imagine.
So
at
you're-
some point
you're a
they have
trash
the
baby.
conversation. They have the conversation.
Like, yeah, you gotta have the conversation.
So it's in the media. If it's a celebrity or a politician or something, it's in the media somewhere of how that happened.
Oh yeah.
But men of means, or even women of means, at a certain income level, there's going to be people that are going to try to prey on that. And here's a situation where this woman tried to do that, and that's sad. But also, hot sauce. He's got hot sauce in the bathroom. Where did he do it? Did she see
Probably
him
had
do
it stashed in on his person.
Probably, yeah. He probably already had it
he's
in the medicine
Got a
cabinet.
packet of
He,
hot.
no, how could he have it on his person? Did he like have sex with her, leave the condom on, put his pants on so he could put the hot sauce in the pocket and then go to the bathroom? Like, how did this go down?
Maybe it's
Hey,
one of those
look,
small
look,
little packets
look,
of hot sauce.
Drake works in mysterious ways. I can't judge him.
Spicy.
He is very spicy.
Just a crazy story
All
overall.
right, let's move on to. All right, let's get on to the main topics, guys.
Maybe he eats so much hot sauce, it's spicy.
He is hot right now.
He likes to
I don't
keep
know.
his, he keeps it on the side for his food.
Change things as well.
If you like it, I love it. Let us know what you guys think about that. That's it's a funny story.
This conversation, though.
It's a burning conversation. Before we move on to the main topic, I forgot to mention, guys, if you want to check out Talking to the Medias, if you catch us after the show, or if you don't have time to watch us on YouTube, we do have a podcast that you can check us out on. So go to Talking Through the Medias, go look up your favorite podcast, go to Spotify, SoundCloud, go to Apple, Google Podcasts now. Yeah, that's very up to date. Go check that out, and you can listen to Talking Through the Medias anytime. So subscribe to that, and let us know what you think about the podcast there. Also, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, also remember to put it in the box Send us those thoughts. Become a member, become a patron. Send us super chats if you want us to read them throughout the show, or streamlabs.com/T3Media/tips, and let us know what you guys think at all time. Well, that would be greatly appreciated. So let's get into the main topics of the week before we call it, because it's getting late. Really quick, what is the that's not the main topic. What is the main topic right there? See, there we go again. Right there. I'm already messing up the lower third there. I had the main topics all set up, and I blew it. Let me see if I can fix it. I can fix this. Let me see if I can fix it. There we go. All right. So the first main topic of the week was from page 6. Jamie Spears, the Jamie Spears versus Britney thing is it's just getting out of hand. Jamie Lynn Spears slammed sister Britney Spears for claiming to take the high road after the singer issued a cease and desist letter. Jamie Lynn Spears changed the title of her upcoming memoir after facing backlash this summer for planning to use one of her sister Britney Spears' most famous lyrics. Britney claimed on Instagram that she should have slapped Jamie Lynn and their mother right across the face, which is crazy. The title eventually was changed, and despite Britney's attempts to stall the book was released, and Jamie Lynn's book came out this past the 18th of January as scheduled. It is out right now, and I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to buy this book. I am lying, of course. I will not contribute to any of this nonsense. Guys, what do you guys think? Who wants to start this one off? What do you guys think about the whole Britney Jamie Lynn drama?
So it's not surprising how quickly this book came out after Britney was basically freed. So the family is just trying to capitalize on whatever it is, and
the meal ticket is gone.
it's just sad. It's sad. The whole thing is just sad, and it's just getting a little more pathetic and all of that as it goes on. Regardless of who's perfectly right in this situation and who said what, it's just all playing out very publicly. And to me, I would be mortified. I would be mortified.
For me, it's I understand the beef that Britney has with her father, with the parents. I understand that. And I also understand that she's also upset with Jamie Lynn, because even when in her adult life, she didn't do much, in Britney's opinion, to voice, support or say that this conservatorship needs to go away and all that stuff, which is what Britney's ultimately upset about. She was buying into the whole thing because she benefited from it as well. But the only reason why I'm going to give Jamie Lynn a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, in her adult life, there's no excuse. I mean, you know what's right, you know what's wrong, you knew this was wrong. I think you should have showed Britney a little bit more support in your adult life. But she was a part of this system, and that, bleeding off of Britney's fame and success and this conservatorship and benefiting from it from when she was a child. And it's hard to break those habits, those things that you were taught as a child and you grew up with. That's most of her lifestyle. That's all she really knew. She grew up thinking that the way Britney was being treated and used was normal. And there's an argument that when she became an adult and really saw the full picture, that she should have said something, maybe. But I would have given my sister a little bit more slack than my parents. I understand the anger against the parents, but I think the stretching out the beef with her sister is just, I don't know.
This is kind of bullshit that she's come out with the book, and the whole book is basically about that. And Jamie Lynn is 30 years old.
I agree. And as an adult, you take responsibility as an adult. But I would give her a little bit more of a leeway, because she was a child when it started, and the parents are 100%.
I understand what you're saying. So she grew up in this environment where it's okay to take advantage of her sister because her parents enabled that behavior. So I got that. Yeah, I got that. But she's also taking advantage, and the conservatorship bought her houses and paid for her stuff, and her husband was on the payroll and all that stuff. So it's a family
drama
a family of using her.
Yeah,
and
a
just feeding off
system
her.
of usury.
And from what we know, I mean, we only know what's been published, what's out there. We don't know what it's like inside, behind closed doors or anything like that. So we can only make comments on the facade and how it seems and how the information is presented. But again, this is just a mess.
For all we know,
it keeps looking like a hot mess.
You're right, but for all we know, Jamie could be the worst one. But if she wants to come out looking, getting on the other side of this, I think if she starts trying and reaching out to Brittany and really doing some honest attempts, I think she has a better chance.
With a tell-all book about it, probably would.
That probably wasn't the best start. What do you think?
Yeah.
Daniel's like, we're not talking about Marvel anymore. I don't care about any of this. What do you?
It's just, as I see it, rich people drama. Like, what else is new? It's always out.
It's always something.
Some rich person is saying something like "boo-hoo," wiping their face with money. It feels like
Jamie and Brittany are gonna get a reality show from this eventually, right?
It's really
they might
post a picture.
It might.
New
it could
money
be
now.
The plan. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like basically how Tallahassee was in Zombieland.
Yeah.
Just wiping his face, wiping his tears away with money. That's how I see it. Boo-hoo! I got problems as I am wiping my face with money.
Yeah, that's true. But Sarah, I agree. The best thing I know she's got to try to find a new way to make some extra money. But maybe this book wasn't the best thing to start with.
Yeah.
No.
Sing a song, Jamie. Damn it.
I mean, she was a musician. Well, she had Sorry, take it back. She had a music career.
Kinda. Wasn't she the one that had that debacle on Saturday Night Live on the stage when the?
No, that's Ashley Simpson's sister.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about it.
I know. You keep going
potato,
back. You keep
potato.
throwing that one in there.
I don't know.
Remember what her name is.
Let us know what you guys think about that whole thing. If you guys have an opinion, share it. Put it in the box below. The Spears sisters pick a side. It's like Xbox and PlayStation. Pick a side. It's Marvel and DC. It's the Kardashians and the Jenners.
Right.
Yeah, whenever these really rich families go at it like this publicly, it's just like watching a trailer trash fight to me.
Trailer trash fight, which is where
it is.
You're
like
on
it's
the,
like
you're on the money with you're really on the
Springer.
money with that because I heard that's the lifestyle where it kind of came from. It was according to Brittany, that was the humble beginnings, I guess. But hey, you can take them out the trailer park, but you can't take that out of them. Well, let us know what you guys think. Let's move on to the next main topic. If I can get the topics working here, if I can, I know it's been kind of, my topics have been messing up. Dang it. Let me see if I can fix it.
Oh, that technology.
That damn technology is messing me up again. There we go. Moving on to the next topic. And the second topic, Bong Joon-ho, the director from the movie Parasite, which I love.
That was a good one.
Is going to be working. He's on his next movie. He's going to be working with Warner Brothers, and he's set to work with Robert Pattinson, and he's in talks to work with him. Sources tell Deadline that Bong is in the talks to write and direct an untitled film based on Edward Ashton's upcoming novel Mickey 7 for Warner Brothers, and that the Batman star Robert Pattinson is in talks to star in this film. I've only heard a little bit about what this project is about. Something about a cloning situation where maybe like clone hitman or clone assassins, and when one clone dies, they activate the next clone. But then like clone number 7, he dies, or they think he dies, they activate the 8th clone, but then 7 returns, and now 8 and 7 are like inside. It's supposed to be what this book hasn't even come out yet, and they're already talking about making a movie out of it. But I might, that's what I've heard. I might be wrong about the plot. Maybe that's the plot. Maybe that is. Maybe it isn't. If I'm right, if I'm right, Daniel, what do you think about that? Does that sound intriguing? Robert Pattinson working with the director.
I'd watch it.
You watch?
I would watch it.
What do you think about that
concept?
That concept, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty intriguing. It's like, we think this one's dead, but he's coming back, and there's gonna be all this drama now.
Didn't Schwarzenegger make a movie like that?
Assassin.
Oh yeah, kinda. But in that movie, they cloned him, without his knowing, and those they were meant to be existing at the same time.
Right.
And then you find out, oh, this one's a clone, and da 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 da. Right. This one's like a little bit different concept.
What do you think about the whole concept there?
So this movie isn't actually about assassins. So I'm gonna read the excerpt. The models.
Oh, you
the
found it.
novel
Oh, okay.
story. I did. Mickey 7 is an expendable, a disposable employee on a human expedition sent to colonize the ice world Nilfhelm. Whenever there's a mission that's too dangerous, even suicidal, the crew turns to Mickey. After one iteration dies, a new body is regenerated with most of his memories intact. After 6 deaths, Mickey 7 understands the terms of his deal and why it was the only colonial position unfilled when he took it. So the idea is he's a clone and they use him to basically die over and over, to test conditions, to fix something that would otherwise break a human being and stuff like that. And so Mickey 7 actually realizes this and realizes that he's just basically keeps getting sent to his death over and over again. And that's where the story comes from. That's where the story really starts, with the 7th iteration of this clone Mickey.
So I made up that thing about assassins or something, or hitmen. So
well, that's actually a different movie altogether.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay,
it is a real movie.
It's a different reality.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, that sounds like a good. Hey, you had me at director of Parasite.
Right.
And
this is exciting stuff. I'll watch it. I generally don't like Robert Pattinson. Like, he's been in some good stuff. So I'm excited to see him in this, especially because he's gonna die at least 6 times.
That's great.
I'm just kidding.
Cold.
I had to do it.
I love
actor.
this movie because we get to see Robert Pattinson bite it at least 6 times.
Because he went from never dying to now dying 6 times. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, the opposite of Twilight. What did John Campion call it? Twilight.
He's a great actor. He was in Water for Elephants, which is a great movie.
But see, like he's been saying he doesn't want. I mean, he doesn't want to be known for Twilight. I mean, he's there because he needed.
Oh, but well, he's about to be known for Batman, so.
Right. Well, it's like but he was like, he took a job. He wanted the money, so he took that job for.
No, it was a good role for him. It propelled him into the spotlight, as it did, and that's. But
it's like now you're saying I just don't want to be known for that only.
But I've appreciated that Pattinson has focused on like smaller indie films, and he's proven that like he's a legit actor. Christopher Nolan saw it. These directors, they're fighting to work with him. It's like he's always gonna have that little stigma on him, and maybe Batman will finally wash it away.
Well, just like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic,
perfect example.
So it's okay.
Perfect example. Leonardo back in the day, Leonardo DiCaprio was just he wasn't taken seriously as an actor because he was just a pretty boy from Family Ties when he first started off when he was a kid.
I have no idea.
And then when he was in the movie The Beach and the Romeo and Juliet movie, like he wasn't really taken seriously.
It was really good.
But it was like even the movies that people judged him on, he was great in. But because of how attractive he was.
He was skinny and he looked very young, even when he was
very
older.
Teen Magazine-ish.
He was. Even throughout all of his 20s, he looked very young. He looked like a teenager.
But even when he was growing up, it took him a while to shed that. And when he finally did, it was around like Departed and movies like that, where it was like
that was probably around the time as Blood Diamond also.
Blood Diamond, I think
he's
Blood
making
Diamond
up for it
was
because
when
he's still dating teenagers, so it's okay.
What was the Leonardo DiCaprio movie for you that said he's no longer that kid? What was that movie for you, Sarah? That for Leonardo DiCaprio, that said he's no longer that kid or heartthrob or something.
I never got into him. He was never a thing for me because he always looked like. I mean, but not his looks, just as an actor. Like there was never a movie that you saw where you were like, okay. I don't know. The Romeo and Juliet I like. I'm having to think of his entire catalog now. Okay. I'm sure there was others. To me, it was The Departed, Blood Diamonds, and The Departed.
Well, yeah, see, like for me, like I saw him in Titanic. And then who got seen in wasn't. Maybe it was Titanic. I mean, he did great in that movie, but I'm saying between Titanic was like in the 90s. Yeah. I didn't see him in another movie until Blood Diamond. Was this movie I saw him in? Inception, he was really good. Well, see, but I saw Blood Diamond before I saw Inception.
Well, by the time Inception came out, I already knew he was.
Oh yeah, like Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond was like amazing, and then I saw him in Inception later on.
It's funny. This whole topic of conversation was about Bong Joon-ho and Pattinson, and it all became somehow we just got on the Leonardo DiCaprio. But I'm excited about it. That plot that Sarah read out, that's way better than what I thought it was. So I'm looking forward to that. That is awesome. So I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be great. Now, the main topic, the last thing, I know we ran longer than I thought we were gonna. I tried to make this a fast one, but
as per usual.
Hey, that's what she says. I go long. It's only an hour. Relax, guys. Relax. I'm under control. I got it.
How many times do they spend on watching streaming services?
Right. Hey, you think this is long? Wait until the Batman comes out. 3 hours, baby.
Woo.
Buckle up. The runtime is 3 hours. Woo! Okay, Patterson, you better.
Guess who's not seeing it in the theater?
Those. She's like, who has 2 thumbs and not gonna see the Batman in the theaters?
No. 3-hour movie. I'm gonna have to pee twice. There's no way. I miss stuff. They're not pausing it for me to go.
You know what? That's a good question. How about let me ask that question. What is your movie rituals? When I go to the movie, I sit down, I find my seat, and I let the trailers go by. 9 times out of 10, there's a trailer or 2 that I've already seen on YouTube. So when that trailer comes up, I try to go to the bathroom like right up to that last or that very last trailer. I want to get it all out before the movie starts. And when I sit back down, I don't even drink out of my cup. I get a drink, but I don't start drinking until like 30 minutes in. Mm-hmm. And because I want to make sure that I'm never gonna get up. That's one of my movie rituals. What about you? You got a movie ritual?
Well, for me, like I usually, if I'm like let's say, for instance, Avengers and Endgame. Okay. 3-hour movie. I went to the bathroom when I was at home, drove to the theater, went again, and then sat through the previews. So I was like, okay, I think it'll be good. So, I usually just drink water, then go to the bathroom, then don't drink anything for the rest of the movie. Yeah. And then like towards the end, okay, it's approaching 3-hour mark. I'll start, drinking, staying hydrated again because you've been in theater for like 2 hours and you need to stay hydrated. And so, but basically, I just but anytime you go to the theater, like within like about a month or 2, they always play the same trailers, for about 2 months before movies, right? Unless something new comes out. But that's not me. I usually don't. I've seen trailers. I've seen the shows already. You can go get your food, go get ready. If it's a long movie, go to the bathroom beforehand, where you won't be distracted during the movie. Okay. And so that's how you can for those long movies. That's how you do it. You right before the movie starts, run to the bathroom. What about you, Sarah? What's your movie ritual?
So my movie rituals when I go to the movies is about the same as when I travel. For about an hour or 2 beforehand, I don't drink anything because I can't drink liquids. It goes right through me. I have to pee, so I don't even get a drink at the theater. So I'll go to the bathroom before I leave the house because public restrooms are gross, so I don't do that if I don't have to. And then I'll just go and I'll watch the whole movie, and as long as I don't drink anything, I'm fine. And then afterwards, I chug like 3 glasses of water. Right.
Before I move on to the last time, anybody got any like rules? I have broken. When I was single and dating, I have broken up with people based on their movie going etiquette. You talk to I can take asking a question but if you're constantly, who is that guy? I thought they were friends. I'm like, especially when it's those questions where the answer that you're asking me is coming if you just listen. Right. Oh no, is anybody as petty as me? Has anybody ever broken?
I think it depends on the kind of movie.
What? You
said, if we're talking about a horror movie where you're gonna jump and it's a nice date movie where you're gonna grab each other and maybe have conversation, but you don't go on a date with somebody that you don't know well to the movies. Right there, that's your mistake because you want to talk to that person. You're basically sitting next to them for 90 minutes or 2 hours and you don't say anything.
I'll tell you why I disagree with that real quick, but what do you think? Have you ever had any movie rules that were broken?
So anytime I'm in a relationship, I'm like, if it all depends on if we want to be talking throughout our date, we're gonna go to a restaurant. If we're feeling we're gonna be in the mood where we're gonna zone out, we're not in talkative mood, we'll go watch a movie. Right. So but anytime like that, anytime any girlfriend I've been with, I've talked about that. If we're gonna be in a talking mood, let's not watch a movie because we're gonna be wanting to talk to each other. But anytime for movies, don't talk to me, especially if it's especially if it's Marvel. Like when I'm in a theater watching Marvel, you're number 2. Sorry.
Wow.
Mine. So if I'm watching
Don't
Marvel
talk
movie,
to me.
yes. If it's Marvel or any other movie I really have a lot of interest in, like I want to be focused 100% on the movie. If you have questions, wait till the end, or you should.
If you have questions, respectfully shut up.
Yes. Or you should have seen these other movies beforehand, or just leave questions till the very end of the movie after the credits.
See,
and so, yeah.
I agree. Now, when I was saying earlier about, you're saying that if you want to get to know somebody, don't take them to the movie. That's true. That is true. Yes. But that whole concept of dinner and a movie, I say reverse that. Go to a movie and then go to dinner, because then you'll have something that you just experienced together to really talk about as y'all are getting to know each other. Movie and a dinner. But that's just my rule. If you're a movie guy like me and movies are important to you, a movie date, I gotta know how your etiquette is. So movie and a dinner, and at dinner you're getting to know each other. You got something in common. We just saw this good movie or this terrible movie. Y'all can talk about that. It's an icebreaker. That's just what. Is that not a date that you would go on? Like, hey Sarah, let's go. This is our first date. Movie and a dinner.
No, because I can tell 15 minutes into meeting a person whether or not I want to hang out with them for longer.
Right.
So first date, I generally will do like a drink or something like that.
So like you said, we have to summer in the
one drink
in
politely with somebody, and if they basically show their ass to you on that, within that 15 minutes you're having a drink with them, or 30 minutes, you politely stay till the end of the drink and then you excuse yourself. So you don't make a commitment to spend 5 hours with somebody on a first date, because they could be crazy. You don't know.
But you're in public.
Oh my gosh. I've had a horrible, do you want to hear do we have time for a horrible dating experience?
Let's go.
Okay. So when I first started using the dating apps, and I tell this story to everybody because this is why I have a different protocol now. I met this lovely young man and we chatted.
He was 19.
I liked his photos. He was cute. He was about my age. I agreed to meet him for coffee. I go to meet him for coffee, and we talked on the phone even. We talked on the phone, chatted for like a week before we met. And I went to meet him, and I'm standing outside of Starbucks, and I message him, hey, I'm here. And he goes, oh, I see you. And then I turn around and I don't see him anywhere. And I see this much older man start waving at me. And he comes over and he goes, wow, I'm surprised you look like your pictures. And I'm sitting there flabbergasted because I'm like, who is this person?
Who the hell are you?
Crazy. And I go, wow, you are not what I expected. I'm trying to be polite right now because I'm thinking, is he going to murder me? What is this? What kind of situation have I got myself in? And he goes, oh yeah, just openly admits those are his son's pictures and they just look so much alike, and he takes so many more pictures of himself.
Wow.
And he just used his. And I was polite. I was like, well, I can definitely tell you're related, but it's kind of obvious that he's, younger than you. And he gets mad at me like a crazy person and says that he continues to object and say that they look exactly alike. And he's very fake tanned, very white teeth, dyed hair, he's put a lot of effort into himself to try to look younger. But I mean, you can't, everybody looks their age eventually, and that's not something you can fight really. And then he turns it around and gets mad at me and starts saying, well, don't you know, people who date on the internet and use these apps don't use their real photos, da, 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 da. And then he went into this story about his ex-girlfriend used her niece's photos. And then I said, being the smart ass that I am, I go, how did you recognize each other when you met? He got mad. And I obviously went, okay, man. And his son didn't know that he was using his photos. He admitted as the conversation went on, because at this point it's just like watching a car wreck. I just had to know like what would possess a person to do this.
Long story short, she's been dating the son for like 3 weeks now.
No, that was a few years ago. I politely walked away. Now I video chat with anyone that I meet on an app. safety protocols. You gotta
Right.
you gotta watch out for yourself.
Major question.
So-
I don't mean to be I don't mean to be a detective here, but
Do it.
how old was his son? That's the
His
same question you were
son-
about to ask.
Yeah.
How old was his
Yeah.
son?
So I don't know his son's real age, but the age that he used was a year older than me. So it was 34 at the time.
Oh, so his son was in his 30s. So the guy you were dating was supposed to be what, 50 something?
He listed his age as 34.
Wow. So
So
you
he
thought you were
was
about to go on a date with a
obviously-
34-year-old and a
I did, and that's
70-year-old
why I
guy
didn't-
showed up.
Yeah, he was like in his 60s maybe.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that answers it. Because I
So-
swear to God, I thought
But I look like my son.
I thought we were in a situation
He
where
said they were basically
Josh.
twins, and I said no, you're not.
no, yeah, 30 years ago, sir.
No, like I can tell that you're related, but you're clearly
Back in
clearly his dad.
this is how
I
I looked.
No,
Wow.
but you can imagine that could have been a very scary situation, you know.
So Sarah just
So you have to
looked
be
around and
careful.
screamed, "I need an adult! I need an adult!"
No, I didn't move. Like I was standing there, and I would step back from him a little bit because it was wild. I
Wow,
couldn't
there you
believe it.
go. There you go. That's we're gonna.
catfished.
There's so much to unpack.
I think
It
it happened to
is.
somebody.
A lot.
I
You
have a
said-
story because back when I was doing Uber, so I picked up this lady from around Vintage Park, 249, and she's like, "Oh, I just need to be driven back to my car," and as we're driving back to where she parked, where she met the guy earlier that night. She's talking to me, she's like a very talkative person, so like I am too, so we were just talking the whole drive. All of a sudden she looks out the window. I was like, oh my God, this dude's following us, like the dude who I was trying to get away from. I'm like, are you serious? And so we we're pulling in the parking lot where she's parked, but he's still following us. But then I drove by a cop car, so he like bailed off. But then we go back to her car, he's out there parked by her car waiting for her and wanting her to get out of the car. And so basically, she describes to me she tried to open my car door too to get to her, and my door was locked, and I just sped off. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna leave you here. I'm taking you to your house." She said, "Okay, that's fine." And so I'll come get my car tomorrow. And so then she told me like, "Oh yeah, it was fine at first. We were meshing, they were connecting and all that, but then he got kind of weird as night went on. That's why she called an Uber to go back to her car. But then he saw her do it. So followed out to my car and then got to his truck and started following us back to where they met. And so he knew where to go since they met at this other bar. And then he drove them to the second bar. And I was like, wow, this is very
And you were the
creepy.
and
I was just the Uber driver, and she told me everything.
That's why I never wanted
And
to
that's
do.
a common occurrence. Like, unfortunately, that's a common occurrence for women.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to
I've
leave you here because this guy's
similar
trying to clearly
stories.
get back to you and get you out of my car. And so I just sped off, said, yeah, we're just going to take you to your house.
Wow.
And so then she messaged me, and I was like, are you okay? Like, and then like, yeah, I didn't get my car and all that kind of stuff. And so, because I would hand out business cards at the time, and with all my information on it, if they want to use me again. And so she messaged me, and I was like, are you okay?
That's
Did
what
you get
she
everything figured out? What?
I said, that's what she said. Use me again.
Yeah, so that was basically, I've seen it
I
happen
apologize,
to a lady before.
You would think that the two guys sitting here,
Right,
you
would've
wouldn't
said.
think Sarah would be the one with the "that's what she said" jokes, but
It was Sarah.
lo and behold.
yeah.
Well, since we're sharing these amazing things that happened to us on these dates, one time I was with this girl and she invited another girl to join us, and we all had, did the three-way. So we all shared a great story. I thought we were sharing.
Our stories weren't great.
I thought we were sharing.
Our stories weren't
No.
great. We've seen people.
I thought we were sharing these great, not great, but these fantastic, unbelievable stories. What? I thought
It is unbelievable.
I thought this
Chris,
was a safe space.
Chris, you're right about one thing, buddy. It is
Oh, yeah.
unbelievable.
Moving on to the last
Very last item of the evening.
the very last item of the evening, guys. So this was a big one. Josh Whedon finally broke his silence. He had an interview on, what is it, the Vulture website or magazine or whatever, and he let it all out. And one of the things that it's okay. Look, guys, let me just break this down. This guy hasn't said, since the allegations of him being one of the worst guys to work with, very difficult, very mean to his cast, misogynistic.
Sexist,
I mean,
yeah.
it all started coming out of the woodworks once Ray Fisher from Justice League said his piece. Then what was it? What's her name? Charisma Carpenter from Buffy said something.
Mm-hmm.
Then slowly but surely, then it all started to come out. 2 years this guy hadn't said anything. 2 years, and now.
But I tell you what he did. He fired his publicist.
He must have.
And then he did an interview.
Because he did this this whole interview. This is a very long and detailed interview. You're thinking, okay, this guy's. I'm thinking when I'm about to read this thing, this guy is about to lay it all out. He's probably going to be very apologetic. He's going to let it all come out. Hey, like, you know, I'm sorry that I gave them this experience. I shouldn't have done, you know, something like that. No, what does this guy do? Ray Fisher, I don't know why he's complaining. He's not even a good actor. Oh, Gal Gadot said I threatened her. That girl can't even speak English. What?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What? Where's his, Sarah, you just said it. Where is his publicist right now? What do you think is going on here?
They're fired, obviously. He fired his publicist.
Shit.
And
Just went off.
either doesn't have one or nobody is keeping it, you know, nobody's there to convince him to not
To
do
not.
this.
To just not.
To just not. Like, he would have been just better not saying anything until people forgot about this and then coming back to work later. They do that all the time. Take a break.
Or if he wanted to speed up the process, he could have accepted what was being said. I have to take full responsibility and apologize to you for giving you that experience. I shouldn't have done it. I'm not going to BS and say it was a different time, or I'm just going to look you in the eye and apologize.
There's nothing else he could have done to redeem himself. Even if what everybody said, even if it was just an ounce of truth in one thing that everybody said, and, you know, I'm not saying that anybody lied, but I'm just saying if what they said was blown out of proportion, they made it bigger than it was, or he didn't intend it to be taken that way, or something like that, at this point, all he can do is fall on the sword and apologize to redeem himself. But
right. He chose violence.
Yes. He chose violence.
What do you think? What do you think about this whole thing, Danny?
He chose war. I'm guessing this is all because of how the Snyder Cut happened.
Damn it! You took it from me. I was just about to say that the guy saw the Snyder Cut and lost his damn mind.
He's like, I mean, of course, it was hard for him to like take that place anyways. Like, they should never like. I feel like they shouldn't have done that to him in the first place. Like, have him take over the movie, and like everybody wanted to see Zack Snyder's vision. But now we're doing.
You really couldn't blame Warner Brothers because I mean, Josh Whedon just knocked out the first two Avengers movies, and they wanted to see if they could bring that magic to the DCU.
It's just I feel like,
but you're right. The way they did Zach was kind of dirty,
and it's just I feel like I feel like Joss Whedon wasn't the director to use for DC because we knew from his first two Avenger movies like they were not as dark. They were more like light. But that was the direction that DC wanted to go. They decided to shift gears. That was their decision. I feel like it was a bad decision.
Well, in hindsight, I mean, but if it would have worked.
Oh yeah, but I just feel like DC isn't like how Marvel should be.
I agree. DC should have staked the course and stayed on their path, and because Marvel was, but I mean, it's hard. I mean, they were being reactionary. Marvel is crushing it. They just knocked out this Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and it was very lighthearted and stuff. Maybe we're being too dark. They announced that they were going to be dark and realistic and whatnot, and from the very beginning. I personally would have stayed that course, but Disney's Marvel's on the other side making billions, and Warner Brothers is like, I want to make that money too.
The problem with that is they shouldn't have ever tried to play catch up.
That's what the problem is.
Like you released Man of Steel, and then you did let's do a team up movie. We're just trying to like
they were trying to catch. They were trying to.
You should have just built your universe. How the MCU did.
But they're just now learning that lesson.
They don't want
now.
to do that.
Yeah,
they don't want to.
They didn't want to.
I mean,
then it backfired.
And,
now they're learning their lesson.
And but now you see, you just had an excellent movie, the Snyder Cut version of Justice League, that all your fans loved. But oh no, we're gonna reboot everything and not give the fans what they want, which is, I think, a big mistake, because everybody wanted to see a Justice League 2 for Zack Snyder, because they loved what they saw, they loved in the first one now. And now it's like Josh Whedon's like, they don't have my movie, and now he's like, all these stars are complaining how I am, and it's just, I feel like Josh Whedon should put in that spot in the first place, because the fans wanted Zack Snyder's Justice League from the start, and they got Josh Whedon's version, and like nobody wanted that from the first place, and so I feel like they shouldn't have done that to Whedon at all.
That's true.
And so, like, I mean, I understand why he's frustrated, but like, it's really Warner Brothers' fault.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion, it was just Warner Brothers keeps screwing up, and they need to fix this.
I mean, aside from all that, what the complaint is that he's being threatening and awful.
Well, then yeah, you shouldn't do that though.
Yeah.
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 So regardless of his actual work, don't be an asshole.
Exactly.
Buffy, right here on people.com, Buffy alum, Charisma Carpenter, Michelle, is it Trachtenberg and Amber Benson have since accused Whedon, 57, of abusive behavior on the set. At the time, Geller said that she doesn't want to be forever associated with the name Josh Whedon, despite her love for the show. She goes, I stand with all the survivors of abuse and am proud of them for speaking out. She wrote, that was, I mean, the tip of the iceberg. I mean, this interview, if this was supposed to be Josh Whedon's redemption story, we were just talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel for a second ago. Look, James Gunn is the perfect example of this. He said he used to say some crazy crap on Twitter back in the day, and he got into this little back and forth with this politician. Politician called him out for his tweets from back in the day. It eventually got him fired from Disney. Warner Brothers scooped him up. That's another example of it. Warner Brothers took a Marvel guy and made a movie with him, and then but the difference between James Gunn and Josh Whedon is that James Gunn, by the time that he got quote unquote canceled, he had since stopped doing those crazy tweets that he used to be doing when Twitter was young, and he since addressed it. He apologized for it and said, I don't know what the heck I was doing back then. I was an adult. That was stupid, and I haven't done those stupid tweets in years. And
I mean, that's all you have to do. We've all done dumb stuff when we were younger.
His current actions were proving that he had moved past that. Josh Whedon obviously hasn't gotten there yet, because 3 days ago his response is, that girl can't even speak English.
I'll go out and publicly attack everybody.
Ray Fisher, that guy from Broadway, he can't even act. What?
Yeah, I feel like he didn't respond well.
Not at all.
No,
he fired his publicist and then just went out and took the first
this
interview
wasn't very professional at all.
Came to him.
He's like, hey, this is Josh. What do you think, Josh? What should I do? Oh, I think you should take the high ground and be humble.
I think he shouldn't take an interview at all.
So what you're saying is I should take the interview and I should bash my accusers.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
All I heard was do it.
Fired.
Got it. Brilliant. This'll work. Ray Fisher on the same website. Ray Fisher says Josh Whedon had 2 years to get his story straight after the director denied misconduct. Ray Fisher is speaking out following the publicity of Josh Whedon's New York Magazine article in which he denied allegations of misconduct. Ray Fisher was out there for a long time by himself with these accusations, and it finally, and then when the floodgates started opening up, then it really
he definitely started it all. I remember hearing about it.
I bet that had Josh Whedon's ego really going up when Ray was by himself with this, and it just made him look like a bitter actor who just got his scenes cut. Mm-hmm. But then when it proved to be mostly these accusations aren't just one accusation, there's multiple. Yeah. Ray Fisher owe Ray Fisher that Cyborg movie, if you ask me. Yeah. That's just me.
I just feel like Warner Brothers just needs to Step up your game. Stop trying to copy and catch up and just take your time.
Well, that's what Flash is going to do. Flash is going to reboot this whole thing, and Josh Whedon is getting erased from the Flashpoint will fix the whole thing.
But it's also erasing the better parts of.
Hey, you can't win them all.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's erasing all their good movies too.
So, guys, well, let us know what you guys think. Tell us what you think about all the topics that we talked about. I know we turned this way. We hadn't done an hour show in a while. I've been slowly but surely getting it back down to 30 minutes, but we went back to an hour. Woo! We're back, baby. We weren't here yesterday, so I had to do an hour show.
And catch up.
I had some We Got Your Mail, so I don't know if I'm keeping you longer than what you needed to be. I know you got things to do. You got to get to the other show, so we'll call it. I'll do that later this weekend, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of Talking to the Medias. We're gonna check out now. We've got things to do. I got stuff that got to clean up. I got a cat to feed. I think he's still alive. If you want to see Daniel, if people want to find you online, where can the people out there find you?
All right, so yeah, see,
The cosplayer of the week, by the way.
Yay! I finally made it.
Void where prohibited.
So Instagram, you can find me at Dire Situation 10 or Dire Cosplay. So I got 2 accounts.
And the one and the only Sarah Catherine the Red. I mean, nobody can keep her down. We thought there was a scare, but it turns out that she was just immortal. So I'm glad that you're doing better, and I'm glad you're feeling well. And where can people find you online?
So I'm Instagram, Sarah Catherine the Red, YouTube, Sarah Catherine the Red. And those are my 2 main things that I've been doing. So I've got other socials, but I don't look at those. So if you want to talk to me, Instagram. And
look for her also on the Guild as well.
Yeah, Within the Guild is the other podcast that I do, and that's also on YouTube.
And guys, if you want to find me, you can find me. You can either at Chris W. Fagan or at T3 Medias. I'm monitoring all that other stuff whenever I'm not getting bullied and condescended to by Sarah with her mean text messages. She's she makes me cry using just her words. So you guys pray for me, guys out there. Appreciate you guys for watching another episode of Talking Through the Medias, the review news that we do here. Thank you, guys. Talking Through the Medias is brought to you in front of a live studio audience of guys who know not to fire their publicists.
Exactly.
So till next time, guys.
Yeah. Spicy.